Hey guys, welcome back to another casual plastic modeling video. Today we're going to take a look at Monogram's Century Series 1/48 scale F-102 Delta Dagger. We'll do a quick unboxing on this guy right here. This kit is from right around 1990. Was a brand new tool in 1990 before they had all of the other series with the photo etch and stuff like that. This was the kit that you would get. From what I've seen, it's actually still a pretty decent kit. And I'm excited to build it someday, hopefully. Maybe soon. Who knows? Anyways, box top. F-102 Delta Dagger. Contains parts for one model airplane. You know, the usual stuff. First long side here has some pictures of a completed model. And yep, looks like about 1990. Monogram Models Incorporated, Morton Grove, Illinois. First small side, kit number 5827. And then we've got this side in a couple different languages. We have the F-102 Delta Dagger was the first aircraft to take advantage of the delta-shaped wing for improved basic aerodynamics. Since its maiden flight on December 20th, 1954, the Delta Dagger went on to achieve many firsts. The first supersonic aircraft, the first to carry guided missiles internally, and the first to extensively use an electronic weapon system. In 1/48 scale, this plastic model kit is 17 and 1/16 inch long and is molded in gray and clear, may be painted to match photos on box. Cement and paint not included for ages 10 and up. And the other short side, is this different? Nope. Looks like it's the same thing. Same concept. Alright, let's take a look at this bad boy. Move these off. Actually, let's take these out first. Looks like somebody wanted to take good care of the decals, put them in a Ziploc bag. That's always appreciated. Got some little plastic pieces here. Looks like this is probably mostly just sprue left, maybe some lights. Otherwise, the canopy and windscreen are loose. However, they do look pretty darn decent. And nice and thin. Yeah. Not too bad at all. Opening the bag for the first time in about 35 years. You know, I'm still kind of the concept that when somebody says 10 years ago, I still think it's the 90s. I don't know where time is going, but she do be a-moving. Alright. Port side and starboard side fuselage. Of course, you've got the raised panel lines. However, pretty good molding. Little tiny bit of interior detail on the side panel there. But that would be kind of hard to see in this particular aircraft anyways, so no love lost there. Here is the top of the Delta wing. A little bit of detail right there for the bottom of the engine, and also wheel wells. Honestly, it's not bad, again, for a 35-year-old kit. Plastic is a little bit wavy in these solid parts here. See if I can get a good angle so you can see that. Not a big deal, though. Bottom of our Delta wing. And you can have the weapons storage bay open or closed, which I'll probably have it open. Comes with, I believe they're Falcon missiles, AIM-44s. Yeah, all raised, but that's okay. Looks like the inside and the outside of the intakes. And there's those Falcon missiles. Yeah, I've got some little bits here for, looks like a pitot tube, and probably some interior components. Maybe the HUD there, but I'm not 100% sure. Got a pilot. Very well done pilot. Looks like he's probably holding a map book. Or a clipboard with a map on it, or who knows what he's got on there. And we've got the two different halves of the main landing gear. Wheels and tires, I should say. Nose gear is one solid piece. And there's the bottom of that weapons bay. Got the two jet engine halves. Looks like these are probably... those are probably landing gear doors. And the frame for the canopy, which is nice. Nicely molded. Again, these old Monogram and Revell kits, I mean, they didn't have a whole ton of detail, but I mean, they had just enough to make a really good looking model. And especially when this one was tooled back in 1990, Monogram was really starting to get into the details. Yeah, that's the weapons bay open, I believe. Turbine, drop tanks, both sides of the ejection seat. And there's the front of the ejection seat and the cushions. Main landing gear struts. And let's see, there is the cockpit tub. Probably front and back bulkheads for the weapons bay. And then these here should be the slings for the missiles. Because they would actually sling out of that bay. Huh. Yeah, it's a very good, again, for the time period, pretty good detail. Not too bad. And I almost missed the nose cone loose in the bag. Alright, let's take a look at this destruction sheet. F-102 Delta Dagger. And of course we've got the paint color callouts. And the different symbolic meanings. Optional, remove, do this many times, decals. Of course, the usual stuff. And read this before you begin. Alright. It's actually a pretty good sized instruction sheet. Alright, number one's got us building the jet engine. Number two has us clearing out a hole. That's probably for the infrared sensor, if I believe that is where that would go. And tail cone halves. Engine goes inside, and then of course you mate both sides of the fuselage. And nose gear, well, goes out of the bottom of the cockpit tub. Number 7, you're assembling the ejection seat. Number 8, you're putting it into the cockpit tub with the control stick. And the throttle in number 9. Number 10, you got the instrument panel going in. And then number 11, you've got it going into the cockpit. Or the fuselage, which actually it feeds from underneath, so you don't even put that in there before you put the fuselage halves together. That's kind of cool. A little bit easier to align it properly, I guess. Number 12 is nose gear. Number 13 is the engine bulkhead. And number 14, we're putting the wing half, the top half, onto the fuselage. Number 15, we've got the main gear bulkheads. Okay, so those are gear bulkheads, all right. And then number 16, it shows us drilling some holes. Clear out a hole, drill hole, same concept. And number 17, we put the, is it the bottom or is it the top? Yeah, that's the bottom half of the Wings. Main wheel halves, putting them together. Number 18, putting them into the landing gear wells. Inner intake, outer intake, number 20, 19 and 20. Number 21, nose wheel. Oh, okay, so that was actually the gear scissor is what it's calling it. It wasn't the HUD. And number 22, we've got the landing light, nose gear door, and door strut. 23, we're putting all that onto the fuselage. Number 24, we're going to be putting the gear doors on there. And 25, putting another one on. Okay, so that was correct. That is actually a wheel well door. And we've got the arresting hook. Speed brakes. And you can have them open or closed, of course. 28 and 29 has us putting the two halves of the drop tanks together. 29 putting it on underneath the wing there. And then 30 gives you the option of either having the weapons bay open or closed. If you want to just have it closed, you just put that right there underneath the aircraft itself. Bottom of the wings, bottom of the fuselage, I should say. And missile door, this is if you want to have it open. And yeah, yep, AIM 44s, these are the Falcon missiles. Number 33, missile racks, times 3. And then, of course, putting the racks and the missiles into the bottom of the fuselage. There is the missile door. So yeah, okay, got that right as well. And looks like 37 is where you assemble the canopy. 38, yep, that was correct. That is the infrared sensor. And windshield, windscreen. And of course you can have it open or closed. And there we have the nose and the pitot tube. And looks like you have decals for one aircraft, but that's okay. And I'll definitely use the decals that are in this kit because somebody took care to make sure that the decals were maintained, so there's no reason why I shouldn't use them. Carry on that legacy. And speaking of decals, folded that up completely wrong. Speaking of decals, let's take a look. Yeah, it's really cool when people do stuff like this to keep the moisture and all the nasties away from the decals. I have seen many a sheet destroyed by really just humid conditions. Doesn't even have to get wet. And these look pretty dang nice. Yeah. A little bit of that dot matrixy print look. But not bad. I mean, you really have to look at it closely to see that. Everything looks good from here. And it looks like it was printed in, yeah, May of 1990. So this is one of the very first kits that came out with the new tool, which is kind of cool. All right, and there you have it, the unboxing of the brand new tool 1990 edition of the F-102 Delta Dagger by Monogram in 1/48 scale. As per the usual, please go ahead and throw any questions or comments down below in the comment section. Love hearing from you guys, all of the stories and memories that these kits bring back to you folks is it's really awesome to hear. If you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and do so. Best way to support the channel. Tick the bell to get a notification every single time that I do upload a video. Throw it a thumbs up if you liked it. Throw it a thumbs down if you didn't like it. But if you didn't like it, please tell me what I could do to make it even better. Till next time, guys, love you all. God bless. And we'll see you soon. Happy modeling.